Hi everybody, let's get into a nice quick dynamic warm up and then right into our workout. We're going to start with just some inchworms down, add in that push, open up through each shoulder and back on up. Taking our time, warming up a little bit of everything today as we're going to get into a workout that will fit each part of our body. And rotate here and back on up. Little push. All right, and back up. From here, we're going to stay standing. We're just going to do some alternating kicks here. Reach all the way across. Try to touch the toes of that opposite leg when you're reaching. And keep those legs as straight as you can. All right, from there, you're going to take a split stance, step that back leg all the way back so that heel comes flat on the floor, and then switch sides. Just moving through that. Do this nice and slowly. Make sure that both your toes are facing the same direction when you do this. And you're bringing that back heel all the way to the ground before switching legs. Moving up through our hamstrings and our calves here. All right, coming back to center into a lateral lunge. It's a little bit of a hold, and then to your other side. You want to step out as far as you can, but make sure that that knee is in line with that ankle that you're stepping out on. And the opposite leg is staying flat on the ground here. Good. And one more each side. Last one. All right, come to a wall, or you can hold on to a chair if you're not near a wall, whatever works for you. You're going to bring your hands flat against that wall, making sure that you're in a nice straight line here from your shoulder all the way to your wrist. Kick one leg back. Make sure both hips are facing the same direction here before we move. And then you're going to open up through that outside hip, rotating that leg right back down where you started. So open up. You can use your foot as a marker here. Your toes are pointing down towards the ground and then out away from you. So down towards the ground and then out. Good. And last one on this side. And then we're going to do the other side. Same thing. Kick your left leg back. Point those toes down toward the ground. Nice flat back here. Hinging through your hips. Rotate and open up through that hip. Toes point down and then out to the side. Really opening up through that left hip now. Last one here. All right, reposition yourself. Now you want to make sure that your arms stay straight fully through this one. You're going to scoop your right arm through and then open up through that right shoulder. So scoop your right arm through, flat back over, and then open up through that right shoulder. Your arm does not need to be straight when you come through here. Little bend. Your elbow faces down with that arm sort of waving hello as you come up. And switching sides. Scoop first, and then opening up, you get a little bit of a rotation. And then opposite side here, hold your core in nice and tight. And last one here. All right, we're ready to get into our workout. I am using 2 blocks for part of this exercise, but you do not have to. You can use anything that brings you up off the ground if you're comfortable to do that. If not, you do not need to do that for this first exercise. I'm also grabbing a weight. You grab whatever you have, kettlebell, dumbbell, either will do for this one. If you're going to use something to elevate you up off the ground, make sure that they're both the same size. So if you're using 2 textbooks, you have to make sure that they're roughly the same size. You don't want to be too high on one side and too low on the other. So you're going to place the dumbbell or kettlebell right in the center of those feet. Hinge down to pick it up. Make sure that you are bending from those hip bones. So hinging your way on down, coming up, standing straight up to start holding on to whatever you're using here. You're going to hinge down into a deadlift, come straight on up, then hinge back down about halfway, pull that dumbbell or kettlebell in towards your chest, and then come all the way up. So hinging down and all the way down, and then halfway, bringing that dumbbell in for a row. Making sure that those elbows stay nice and close to you. When you do this, you don't want them coming out to the side. You want them to stay tucked, nice and close to your body. And all the way back up. Hinge and row. Nice flat back here. Really nice control over the entire core. Hamstrings are doing a lot of work. Glutes are doing a lot of work. And breathe. And last one. All right, and you can bring that weight back on down. Step off those blocks or books if you're using that. You can kick those out of your way. From here, you're going to want to use. All right, so from here, if you're using a weight that was a little bit heavier, you're going to want to drop that weight down. Grab another weight. If you don't have a weight, that's okay too. You're going to take a wider stance here. We're going to come across our body, making sure that our shoulders stay nice and packed in here. Rotate up and press. And when you rotate, that leg that is opposite of the arm that's coming up is rotating with you. So we're rotating down and rotating up. Make sure that you're not rounding through your back or losing it through your shoulders. Keep those shoulders back. And right on up. All the way through into a press. And notice that I'm using my other arm as some stabilization here for the other side. You really want to be mindful of how you're moving through this to get the most benefit out of what this exercise is going to do for your entire core. All right, we're going to switch and go to the other side. Same thing, you're going to cross over and then come right on up. Rotating with those feet, coming right on up. And breathe. You got it. Good. Nice and flat back. Going around. Last one. All right. You can drop that down. And for our next one, you can use 1 dumbbell or 2 dumbbells for this one. Or you don't need to use anything if you're getting used to what this movement is. We're going to do a walking single deadlift. So grab whatever you're going to use if you're going to use a weight. Step forward with your right leg. Single deadlift. Down. After you come down, that opposite leg is going to come through and you're going to continue walking in the same fashion. Notice that I'm bringing my knee up to set me up for good positioning of the other side. I'm going to go this way so you can continue to follow along. So single deadlift down, knee comes in all the way through, kicking back, flat back, and up. After you've gone all the way up, you're going to come backward. So kick back and then step back. Before you bring that leg through, bring your knee up and then down. It helps to align your hips, making sure that you are in good position before you kick all the way back. All right, you can see I can't go very far here, so we don't lose sight of one another. And keep going. And one more time back. You got it. Last one back. All right. Dropping that weight on down. We're going to come down to the ground here. Rotate our knee through and switching sides. So if you don't want to come all the way through, you can just come across and do a rotational mountain climber, coming all the way across. Or through, up to you. Whatever you feel works for you today. Then we're going to jump up into our sprawls and 10 of these. You got it. Good. Flat feet here. All right. And coming all the way up. Shake that out a little bit. Coming back to your wall position here. Come into that hinge or L position. All right, so coming back to the wall. Come into that L position on the wall. And this may be enough for you. If it is, that's fine. You're going to bend your knees and bring them towards the wall. Making sure when you do that, your feet stay right where they are and your knees stay in line here. Good. All right, coming back to the start, tapping down your diagonal. And coming back on down. So you get a little bit of everything there. It burns, I know, but it works a little bit of your upper body as you have to stabilize yourself and keep yourself up against the wall. And I'm sure you feel it in your legs. All right, let's go back on around to those deadlifts with our kettlebell or a dumbbell into your row. I'm not standing on anything this time, so you can see you can go down a little bit further. What the blocks do are elevate our position, making it a little bit harder to bring that weight on down. Good. Flat back and breathe. Last one here. All right. Bring it right on down. From here, we're going to take our lighter weight, come over and up, rotating, with a press at the top. All the way over, watching your shoulders. You got it. Pressing up at the top. Good. Keep going. Last one. And switching sides here. Same thing. Over and up. You got it. Last one. All right. Now we're going to get into our walking single deadlifts. Again, use that knee up first to help you stay in position here. And we're coming on back. Good. Concentrating on our form here. Going back forward. Knee up. Kicking back. All right. Coming on back. And drop that on down. Coming back down to your rotational mountain climbers. We're all the way through. Up to you. Nice flat back here. And jumping up into our sprawls. Flat feet. Looking up when you come up. You got it. Last one. All right. Finding your way on back to the wall. Come into that L. Find your position first. Then knees bend and come in. Good. And breathe. And coming down. Opposites. And bring it back on down. Shake it on out a little bit. Finishing up with one more exercise. All right, you want to grab 2 dumbbells of the equal weight here. Position them right under your shoulders. We're going to do some rows right on up. Keeping that elbow close to your body, not out to the side. and walk on back. Coming on down into our side plank with a little bit of rotation under. And up. And switching sides, same thing. Stack those feet and under and all the way up. And coming on down. All right, we're gonna come right on through to our stretch. Right leg's gonna come up. Left arm's gonna extend. You can tuck your back toes here, reach, and then rotate towards your right side here. Back to center, switching arms. Right arm comes up, rotate towards your left. That's going to feel a little bit different when you go the opposite direction. Switching legs here. Left leg's up, right arm comes up. Make sure your hips are both facing forward before you rotate. Reach and rotate towards your left here. And switching arms here. Left arm comes up, reach and rotate away. All right, stretching on through, coming into a nice pigeon pose. So you want to kick your right leg back, keeping that left knee on the ground, and then straighten that back leg, fold on over, and breathe here. Switching sides, or bending at my right leg, kicking my left leg back, all the way straight, folding down. And come on up here, stretching through a nice up dog position, stretching out our shoulders a little bit, chest and core. Tuck your toes and come on up into your down dog, stretching out. Pedal out through each foot here. Just hold that for a few seconds. Your head's coming nicely between those shoulders. Walk your hands back. Inhale on your roll up here, rolling up slowly. Take a nice inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. And last one all the way up. All right, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, stay well, stay healthy, and stay hydrated.